of your eye, the pattern on your shirt, the shape of your shadow, the rest just a blur. I try so hard to remember more. The sweetness of your breath, the joke you always told, the way you wore your hat when it got cold. Somehow I'm forgetting the details of your face. Photograph, so to not forget. When I'm looking back, I have no regret.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're just joining us, I am in Calgary. I'm heading back to BC today, taking a little bit of me time to go on little, I shouldn't even call it an adventure, but we'll call it a mini adventure. I've got Grace O'Malley, the Irish Pirate Queen, with me. My little tiny home on wheels, otherwise known as Lucky, is currently parked out at my parents' place in BC, so she's a good seven and a half hours away from me right now. It's been fun. It's been a little weird, but fun for the most part. I've got some damage in my windshield on the Jeep here. That's normal for Jeep life. And I've got a account here with the business known as Deco. So I'm hoping to get these two little nicks. One's a nick, the other is a large crack that I'm hoping they can, well, fix the chip and prevent the crack from getting extra cracky. I think I had that done once before on an older vehicle where they sort of drill the tip, just the tip, and that prevents the crack from spreading, in theory, or at least delaying it potentially. So I'm gonna do that first, and then I wanted to hit the road right away, and we'll get to where I want to go and the route I want to take a little. Once we get there, we'll pull over and have a chitty chat. But I don't have my house with me, and I did the best I could with my little go bag that I have there, my little Jeep Wrangler backpack. But it's a little cold out today, and I can't imagine it's going to get much better when I get into the mountains, although it could get a little bit. It's very odd right now. But where I want to go, I want to do a little bit of a walk up some waterfalls, potentially, if possible. And I don't have any sort of like warm pants. I stopped in at Craze Outdoors here in Calgary last night, and I thought maybe they would have some. I have fleece-lined pants that would be great for this weather. They're in my tiny home on wheels, 7.5 hours away. I only have the pair of pants that I'm wearing and some sweatpants. I don't think that would be very good. So we're gonna have to probably whip over to Hotel Walmart and see if they got some thermal underpants, long johns sort of situation, which we will do when we're done here. And also I grabbed a pair of gloves out of Lucky yesterday when I was leaving. At least I thought it was a pair. Turns out it's two rights. So this hand will be nice and warm, and this one will wither and die. So I'm gonna have to find a pair of freaking gloves. But this is just part of the experience of having the two vehicles, I suppose. And if I acquire these things, they will then stay in Grace. Lord knows I got lots of storage back here. There'll be plenty of places to put stuff like that. Anyway, they're a little bit busy here at the Windshield shop. I just walked in to see. They're not working outside, obviously, because it's so cold. And there's at least two guys, maybe three in front of me. So this could be a minute. Come back here. Don't let your chips fall out. That would be embarrassing. Yes, I'm excited to use my new solo stove at some point soon. Probably not today. Dig around in here. There it is. That's what I want. Ha-ha! Time killer. Hi. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do till Grace can get in, get her chips filled, and I've moved on to BioShock 2. See you in a bit. Oh, unfortunate. This is a little bit of a shit show. There's no indication that you're supposed to put yourself on a list. I went in, I said hello. He said hi, he was working on a vehicle, and I pulled up, and now so many more people have pulled up and gone inside. I'm not gonna sit around and wait. So Grace, don't get any worse. Apparently this is the day for rock chip repair. That's all right. We need to go to Walmart and see a man about some Long Johns. Hey, this place looks familiar. It's a little weird pulling into this parking lot without Lucky. Oh, this is fun. This is really fun. I've been in my van for over 2 years. This was the very first Walmart I ever stayed at when I first got back to the city. After I left my family out in BC, everybody had moved out there, and I came back here knowing that there was no like sticks and bricks for me to go back to. Yeah, this is the first Walmart I ever came to, and I've kind of just been bopping around here ever since. And this is the first time I've been back or in this lot without my van. Feels kind of cool. And look what's right in front of us. Well, isn't that fancy? I think we're gonna have to give this guy a duck. How about a blue unicorn duck, sir? All right. There you go. Add respect. Blue ducky. All right, now let's get into hotel Walmart. Hopefully they have a pair of gloves too. Also, if I didn't get a Jeep, I probably would have got a Bronco. And check this out. Ooh, that Raptor Bronco. That is a sexy looking Bronco. Well done. I was gonna say whoever bought it, but I guess Ford made it, so there's that. That kind of looks like what I'm looking for. It's thick. Definitely don't need a top. Lord knows I have enough flannel with me. Done and done. All right, Grace, you now have your own supply of warmish clothing for me. And oh yes, I have forgotten. I had these from last night. I haven't had my caffeine fix yet today, so it's clearly time to do something about that. And now I'm wondering, they didn't have it here, but they do have those little like repair it yourself kits. Not a lot of those are good for cracks usually, but I do kind of want to stop at Canadian Tire anyway to get some wood for that solo stove for when I do get to it. And maybe we'll try squirting a little splooge in there. What do we have to lose? Plus, maybe I can fix this little crack right there. To Canadian Tire. All right, we're gonna rip in here, see what they have, and get some wood. Wasn't I just in one of these in Castlegut? I believe so. Maybe. Okay. Oh, this is probably such snake water. Snake water? Snake oil. It says easy to use. We shall see. It's like my muggle brain is like, yeah, you can fill the crack, but without drilling a hole, it's not gonna prevent the crack from spreading. Maybe it'll slow it down, which I guess is all one can hope for. Now my other question is this going to be enough resin to do both? Let's read the little pamphlet that came with it. Oh, look at this cute little contraption. Little spidery suction cup, little, maybe it looks more like a drone. Moving right along. All right, so this seems pretty straightforward. You put this on the windshield so that the crack is in the middle of the hole. Then you screw in this part into that thing right till it reaches the windshield. Then you drop the resin in, drop, drop, drop. Then this part screws into this thing. This, screw it down, press the resin into the crack, and then that's as far as I got reading. And when it comes to the crack, it's literally just sort of put the resin in the crack, and then you got to put these like strippy strips on it to let it cure. It also says to do it like, don't do it in direct sunlight, but then once all of the resin's in, put the vehicle in direct sunlight. I don't know about that, so let's give it a shot. This is guerrilla style windshield repair with Vanlife Plus. What silly nonsense. But we shall see. We'll leave it for 5-10 minutes, let it cure in this amazing amount of sunlight that we have, and then we'll get on with our day, because I'm not going to waste any more time pissing around with this nonsense. All right, so taking those little strips off of this, it's a mess, you can't really see, but it comes with a razor blade for you to just peel the resin away. So it's working, so we'll see. I'm sure this will be fine in a pinch. I might have used a little too much resin, but it is what it is. Let's get this off of here, and then we'll do the crack one, or the chip one. I can't keep them straight. Chips, crack, potato, potato. All right, so that's off of there. You can barely see nothing. And the crack, well, the crack looks great from outside. It looks just as awful from the inside, so I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, might be snake oil. Might work better if I was a professional, but Grace is gonna need a new windshield before long anyway. Now, let's get the heck out of here and on to our little adventure. But first, I better use the washroom. Hello, Grace? You gonna lock? She's being temperamental. Or maybe I don't have my keys in my pocket. That's a very good possibility. Yeah. They're right here. Let's try that again. Here we go. But first, I better use the washroom, because I don't want to get stuck on the highway and have to use a freezing cold outhouse. It's so white out here, and the fog is just completely eliminating the draw distance to the horizon. Anyway, washroom, and I better get some salty nuts to put in my mouth. All right. Road snacks, check. Also, I should grab my little, well, do I have power bank? I just need the cable. Probably just the cable. Grace is being temperamental today. I am unimpressed with you, lady. There we go. All right, with this here, let's get, see if I can remember where I put my power cables. No. Are you in this one? Gosh darn it. Where did I stuff all the power cables? Shouldn't be this far in here. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh wait, maybe I put them back here? Ah! Put them with the computer. All right, I need to be able to charge the phone I am currently filming on, because I am using my other phone that I have usually in Lucky to play music, and that's plugged into Grace. Charge this bad boy. Hopefully we can just... Oh no, I only have one USB-C. This is why I brought a power bank. Where did I put the power bank? That's where it should go. There's a perfect little pocket right on the side for it. There's another rain energy for tomorrow morning. Get out all my drugs. I'm gonna have to empty this whole freaking bag. Who packed this bag? There he is, hiding down there in the little pocket, this little guy right there. Perfect. This is actually the power bank that came with my heated blankets. How much of a charge does this thing have? Just a dabble, do ya? Okay. Looks like this. And here. Looks like this. This is going to tickle. Aha! And we're charging. Okay. So now where I'm going is, I'm not going the usual way back to BC. I'm going a way that I haven't gone on the channel for a while, but I used to go quite frequently, as did most people that were traveling between Alberta and British Columbia. It's a little bit of a ways up the highway, so let's get there first, and then we'll chat about that. K. Welcome to Highway 93. It is between Banff and Lake Louise when you're headed west on the Trans-Canada Highway. And actually, I could have gone that way. That would have been Highway 1A towards Castle Mountain. But this is going to take us all the way through to Radium. It is an alternate way to get to the province of British Columbia. And I actually think, if I remember correctly, we hit the BC border a lot quickly going up this way than continuing on the Trans-Canada Highway. The interesting thing about this stretch of highway is you immediately lose all cell reception as soon as you get up this little bit of a hill here, which is in and of itself kind of nice. And there's a whole bunch of little pullovers and rest stops with all sorts of touristy attractions, not man-made stuff, all natural, in the mountains, that sort of thing. And I did stop at one of these locations. Well, I've stopped at a couple of these locations, but I stopped at one of these with my cousins all the way back to the beginning of chapter 2 of my Vanlife Plus journey here. I don't even think the channel was called Vanlife Plus then. No, it's still Vanlife Plus Movies. And anyway, we went for a little walk up the mountain and saw some beautiful waterfalls, and I thought that would be a great way to start this sort of off on my own adventure. Revisit those waterfalls and see what kind of, well, photography I can capture. So I figured I'd bring you with me if you want to come. If you don't, I mean, just click the X up in the top right corner of your screen, and we'll see you in the next one. For everybody else, let's rip up the highway and see what we can find. There you go. No cell service for 105 kilometers, which is this in miles. And when I said that a whole lot of travelers between the provinces of Alberta and British Columbia will be familiar with this highway, it's because when they were doing a whole bunch of construction over the last few years just outside of Golden, BC, the highway would be completely shut down for long periods of time, and this is the detour you would have to take. So this road, like I said, leads to Radium, BC, and essentially that is then a T intersection where you can turn right and go to Golden, which brings you back on track for hitting the Rogers Pass, or you can turn left and go through like Invermere, Windermere, Fairmont, all the way down to Cranbrook and Fernie, which I think you skip Fernie. I can't remember, but that's a way, which I think might be the way I go tomorrow morning, just because I've done the Rogers Pass so frequently lately. Anyway, you come around the corner here, and ta-da! Nice big a mountain, although he's kind of covered in the clouds today. Either way, this is a beautiful, beautiful drive. I've done it, I don't think I've ever done it in the dead of winter. When my cousins and I came through, it was snowy and blowy, I think, a little bit. But that was November. So let's see what it looks like in January. Yeah, so there you go. We're right close to the border here. This is known as the Continental Divide. And I don't think I've ever pulled over here, but I've driven past it obviously multiple times. It's kind of a cool little rest stop here. All right, so I'm just coming up to Marble Canyon here, just from that little brisk walk out to use the washroom back there at the Continental Divide. I am glad I got those long johns. There's a surprising amount of people here for a Wednesday. Remember when Lindsay and Sadie and I stopped here, there was nobody. By the time we got back down to the car, I think there was one other vehicle here. There's people everywhere. There's also giant effing crows. What's up, buddy? You guys look well fed. There's a couple of them hanging out, no big deal. You're right where I want to be, sir. Yeah, hoppity hop, hop, hop away. Crazy crows. Oh, and it's actually starting to snow too. This is going to be interesting. Okay, and now of course the challenge is that you got to get these bloody things on my body. And I don't have my tiny home on wheels. I guess this is like the tiny apartment on wheels. Give me a minute. Welcome to my change room. This is gonna be fun. Okay, first things first, let's get this off. Don't mind me. I actually think how I'm gonna do this. This jacket is Sherpa lined. That with the vest might be too much. So let's see. We're actually gonna take all this off, including the tins machine. Bye-bye. Come here, you sticky bastards. There we go. Where'd the other one go? Put that up there. Okay, I'll take the flannel shirt off. Plan is I'm gonna wear, well, obviously, my t-shirt. Then we're gonna do my heated vest that I got from Craze Outdoors. On underneath, turned on, and then I'll put the jacket on over top of the vest to hold the heat in. Yeah, I'm making it sound like it's like Arctic temperatures out there. It's really not. Grace is saying that it's minus 5 degrees Celsius out, which is this in Fahrenheit. So it's not that cold, but when you're out in it for a prolonged period of time, it can start to get a little nippy. All right, now for my next trick. Get your boots off, undo your pants. Not the boxers. Okay, slip those off. Move along. Nothing to see here. Pants. Okay, it's a good look. Just in the socks and underpants. All right, then these bad boys are gonna go on. Next. Come here. There we go. Another one. There we go. This is a workout in and of itself. Woo! Okay, then put the pants back on. Good old pants. One leg, and then the other. My sock's getting wet. Keep stepping in the splooge I brought in with my boots. Just there, that one's through. Put that boot back on. And then this leg. Woo, the other hole. Come on, you bastard. Here we go. And then the other boot. Back on the foot. Stop getting your tootsies wet. And then pull it up, pull them up. It makes it so much more difficult when there's that much fabric underneath. Okay. Hang on. Ooh, I hiked up the bits around my ankles a little bit too far. Pull them down. Pull them down. All right, now, heated vest. How many dots do I have? How many dots? Where are the dots? 2 dots. That's not great. Well, I said it's not that cold, so zip. Turn it on. Red and white. White is low. Put the jacket on over top. Aha. Now we're gonna be nice and warm. I see my gloves. Ooh, and let's not risk an old man fall. That would really put a damper in my plans. Next thing I gotta do, put on these little spiky spikes. Again, from Craze Outdoors. And just go on your tootsies. Real simple. A little more difficult when you've had back surgery. There we go. I did it once. I can do it again. Oh, took a little longer than I thought it would. That's okay though. It's starting to get a little dark too, so I'm not probably going to stop on this highway again. There's another place up here called, I believe it's called Vermilion Crossing. It's where I stopped and gave a couple of internet idiots the what for a while back. It's a really nice little rest stop as well. But like I said, it's starting to get dark. I don't particularly want to be on this highway in the dark any longer than I have to be. So yeah, we're just gonna continue our drive into the town of Radium. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it once we get there, but I've also driven it a few times on the vlog, so footage is out there. But yeah, you get to like drive through the mountain, closer to the town. It's really nice. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then we are gonna hunker down for the evening. And believe it or not, I am tired. Okay, one more stop because I forgot to take my meds. And we have arrived in Radium. I'm gonna run in here and see about getting a room. I did book it online, although the vacancy sign is not lit up. I hope somebody's home. Let me find out. Whoa. All right. I always do a little spin around when I come out of my Jeep, don't you? Ring the doorbell, it says. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. I made a reservation.
You did?
Yeah, on hotels.com.
Today?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like a couple hours ago.
Today. Okay.
Yeah, 14. Yeah.
Because we were not expecting anybody. I just came in and
Oh,
shut the door and locked
well, hopefully it went through. I got the email, so.
So no, I mean it's the old take the last room we have.
Yeah, I think I said it was room 4 on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stop it.
Oh. Oh, hello. Why are you whining? Hi. Hi. Oh, hello. It's okay. So his name was Ziggy?
Ziggy.
Ziggy.
He's just a baby.
And what was the other one's name?
Well, he acts like a baby, but
You're not a baby. You just act like one. Oh, yes. Hello. Hello, hello.
You too.
Now that is not too bad at all. Nice little place. Way different than staying in like a huge hotel. Just talking to one of the owners, Tony there, got me all checked in. Super nice guy. And nice small little, almost has a, not quite a bed and breakfast feel, but something very similar to a bed and breakfast I stayed in Banff years ago. Anyway, this is all I need. I do need to, oh, I cannot forget the root beer. Don't want it to freeze. Oh, look at this clock. Look how cool that looks. I dig it. You can't leave you back here. Ooh, you know what? I might want snack things. There we go. Well, I'm gonna need to get something to eat, but first, let's set up a little workstation. Yes, for the morning. Yeah, that's a good sound. There you go. And there you go. Hi, I got a place to get a little bit of editing done and uploading done and all of that good stuff. I don't know how much stuff I'm gonna need to pull out of my bag here for tomorrow. Just the essentials, like clean underwear. But I was talking to Tony, the gentleman who signed me in. He said that the pub in town has really good food. He says most other places are closed for the season. I guess it's mostly a summer place, right? Which is weird because hot springs, but I get it. Tourism drops in the winter. I'm gonna do a little bit of research myself, and then we're gonna go get some food because I'm hungry, and I don't think these yellow tortilla chips will do the job. Well, hot damn, I'm sold. I just looked up the pub's menu, and they got a new burrito salad on the menu. So, I like this too. It's codes to get back in. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. He said, just push it, any button to lock it. Perfect. All right, Grace, take me to the pub. This is quite the narrow little driveway here. I'm glad it's not icy. Right down here between the office and the other house or suites on the left. Which is the best way to get the heck out of here. I'll try this one. Aha! Nighttime in Radium, BC. I say nighttime. It's like 6:04. Yeah, it's nighttime. Okay, that's I accept this. Also, I knew there was something I was missing in the city before I left, and that was washer fluid. And Grace is now very upset with me. She's letting me know, hey man, I'm thirsty for the washer fluids. So we'll do that. Well, maybe after dinner. It's not too mucky here right now. So like I said, come up to the traffic circle and go left. So we're gonna do that. Nice camper, sir. I approve. Go this way. This way. Nice. Ah, it says pub on the sign. That's pretty darn easy to find. Hello. Oh, Horse Thief Creek Pub and Eatery. I'm just gonna park right here. That was super simple. There's also a food market just around the corner there. Which is good because I'm gonna eat those chips later. I'm gonna eat salsa. Although if I have a burrito salad, I might not need the chips. Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay, delicious. Actually, should I just walk over to this market? That salad was really good. Hit the spot for sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over to this market. I don't have a grocery bag, but I probably don't need that many things either, so let's check it out, shall we? Cute little store. Again, what more do you need? Milk. What will really piss people off? For the winner. Perfect. Thank you very much, ladies. Yep. You too. Look up. They still got all the Christmas lights up. This place looks very pretty. Wonder if we can see it on this phone's camera. It's not really doing it justice, believe me. Oh, right there. Unlock. Come on, Grace. There we go. She's behaving herself. Finally. She's there. Careful. Precious cargo. Back to our lodge. Yep, I forgot. We washer fluid. And not only is that thirsty, but so is Grace's tank, shockingly. Ooh, nice orange Wrangler, sir. I'll fill up my gas right here. Perfect. Now, to look under Grace's skirt. There you are, you thirsty bitch. Sign from the universe. A raptor pulls up right next to my Wrangler. Full of gas. Full of washer fluid. Why? Why can't they make the tanks just that much bigger? How thirsty were you? Oh, not too bad. Don't leave her open. It's drafty out here. Alright, I gotta go inside and pay for my washer fluid. I wasn't gonna film in here, but that is a very comforting and relevant statement. There we go. Get that window nice and clean. Welcome, Grace. Now I just gotta remember where to turn. I haven't come at it this way yet. I think this is it right here. Yes, sir, Bob. Follow the big white SUV. There he goes. Get your Suburban moving, sir. Look at this incline. This would be a bit of an obnoxious thing to do with Lucky, I'll tell you that much. Hey, he's my neighbor. Number 5. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Put our milk in the fridge. And welcome home. Spot for this bad boy? Oh, you betcha. Oh, there's even a robe. Cute. Nice. Oh, well, I think that's pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for watching and hanging out with me. That was a really nice drive up Highway 93. I would love to be able to do that again in the future and stop at a few more locations. Maybe bring the whole house with me so I have a change of clothes and lunch. Until the next one, everybody, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And from the Caledon Lodge in Radium, remember, only dead fish go with the flow. It might be Celadon. Who's to know?